fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in the money, what people at you, in no at you. Covid money, miss away in the year, little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste, and must have mantis statue. Say me like a cash, but bigger than a figure you. Take this spit of money, God, and say that it's not you. One day, the man above him, up him, I got to bet. But it in the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% free.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption please.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them no deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in our fever. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the sound man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again.
Stibby dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome home. I guarantee you I'm not drunk. I did not drink anything. Fish fry cancel because I say Hurricane Beryl that Britain from morning. The Prime Minister went around the country. He saw, and he's now talking. The Prime Minister even went as far as congratulating Keir Starmer on his decisive victory in the British election. Has the Prime Minister spoken to you, the Jamaican people, yet? The suffering Jamaican people, have the Prime Minister spoken to you yet? We know him talk. Of course he's talking, but have he spoken to the nation? To my cut-off community of parity and cut-off St. Elizabeth, good evening. To my moderators, membership holders, viewers and subscribers, commenters and trolls, good evening. To my audience on the X, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. You often don't get involved in the chit-chat and the debate that goes on global television, but I want to reassure you that we appreciate your support whenever time we hit our live button. You're here to support us. Thank you very much for being here. We really enjoy your support. To my Facebook and my Twitch audience, good evening and welcome. My YouTube globalist family, my loyalists, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. The Prime Minister mouth open, the Prime Minister talk. Debbie Jervis, good evening. Natalia Freeman, good evening. Sunshine, good evening. Gloria Morris, good evening. We hope Beat and Teach will be back on soon when power has been restored to Jamaica. Michelle Lewis Wilson's God gift. Gloria Morris, good evening, good evening. Who else there? Pamela Akola, good evening. Natalia Freeman. Bros, good evening. And British R, good evening. Nifty Friends, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Annie Jones, Rupert Legister, Charmaine Flowers, Robert Honeywell, Sheena Kelly, Ebenezer Cody, Annie Jones, Faye Lyon, Shireen Haslam, good evening, good evening. Jeffrey Worrell, Colin Richards, Miranda Roddick. Good evening all and welcome, thank you for joining us. Then Miles, good evening and welcome. We're asking the entire world to assist Jamaica tonight. Ruby, good evening and welcome. I still have not get to speak to anyone in my community since the last contact when I was on yesterday morning. You know, the whole of them phone must dead by now. And our area is being cut off. I see the Prime Minister and Mr. Green went around Southwest St. Elizabeth, but no mention of my area, Michelle Clark, Ton of Flavor, which was one of the badly hit area on the coastline as well. But the Prime Minister is talking. Why shouldn't the Prime Minister talk? And a mouth him have. The Prime Minister have mouth and the Prime Minister is talking. Let's listen what the Prime Minister has to say to the Gleaner and his tour about. Hold on though, why am I thinking?
Benefits to the people, in the hands of the people. I want to use the opportunity to say this. In the past, there has been a less than structured way in what are the priorities. What are the priorities? And then we will have to find the most effective and efficient way of getting the benefits to the people, in the hands of the people. I want to use the opportunity to say this. In the past, there has been a less than structured way in the delivery of emergency relief. And that has led to criticisms about the transparency, even accusations of political bias in the dispensation and distribution of relief to needy citizens. It would be a real travesty if such criticisms were made. Having regard to our track record in COVID, where we distributed the largest care package in the history of Jamaica, and there has not even been one complaint about any form of political bias. So I want to assure Jamaica that whatever we do, there must be systems of accountability and transparency. there is a culture that is deeply embedded in some of our people where there is the expectation that public resources should just be given and there shouldn't be any system and process of accountability. Now, I understand that we are in an emergency, but an emergency does not suspend the need for accountability and transparency. So even in an emergency situation, there will be a process. And I'm saying this for the benefit of the members of parliament, of the technical officers in the ministry, and for the beneficiaries themselves who will be eagerly awaiting the public benefit. We don't intend to be called up in parliament by the specified authorities to say that funds were not spent in accordance with the law. Then we are accused of being corrupt, with no mention that there was an emergency. And so we don't intend to go down that road. So there will be a process for any benefit, no matter how small it is, that will be given in a relief package, which means that anyone receiving a benefit must put their signature down for it. There must be a valid ID for it or somebody to vouch for the identity of the person. So whatever the government allocates, we must be able to trace every cent to the beneficiary. It mustn't end up in anyone else's pocket who was not the intended beneficiary. Now, these things may add layers to the process and it may take time, but it is absolutely important for the stability and strengthening of our democracy and accountability that this be done. And so I just want to put that out there for everyone who may be expecting a free-for-all. There will be no free-for-all in the dispensation and distribution of public resources in the relief process.
Hey, whoa, no, sir. Judgment, accountability. Accountability. There was another video I'm looking for as well, because Prime Minister Dinky Minilub talk whole heap of thing, you know. This year Prime Minister not talk one time and drop it. A two video, I don't know why, I can't find. I can't find the other one on my computer, on my phone, but me not find it on. I hit this, yeah? Hold on, the people. Hold on, the. Yes, government.
Just to be clear, the tour was an aerial assessment. So we looked at Kingston and St. Andrew. We looked at St. Catherine, Clarendon, and we toured several constituencies in St. Elizabeth. Mostly along the coast. So we flew in a JDF helicopter and we essentially hugged the coast of the country coming around. Well, just to be clear, the tour was an aerial assessment. So we looked at Kingston and St. Andrew. We looked at St. Catherine, Clarendon, and we toured several constituencies in St. Elizabeth. Mostly along the coast. So we flew in a JDF helicopter and we essentially hugged the coast of the country coming around. And then we landed in Treasure Beach, in the Treasure Beach area. So I was able to get a very broad perspective of the damage. So we had some amount of coastal impact based upon the wave actions and storm surges, but not to the point where we would say it was significant. So we've had damage, but I wouldn't say to the coastal infrastructure it was significant. We saw some flooding, but it was expected, flooding in low-lying areas. We saw several roofs lifted. And at one point, I was actually counting the number of roofs. And in an area.
Look here, man. Me don't want you downplay or underplay what St. Elizabeth go through for underfinance for sir. Don't start with it. Don't start. People are suffer. Don't play. Don't underestimate. Don't start.
Area in Treasure Beach, in in Great Bay, we counted between Great Bay and Treasure Beach and another area, about 100 roofs lifted. So my assessment from the air is that we had extensive damage in the parish of St. Elizabeth, in particularly in areas close to the coast. On the ground, I got another dimension, which would be the fallen trees, the light poles, the damage to shops, and the potential economic fallout as a result of this, and the human suffering, pregnant mother, old person, elderly person. So the damage, therefore, in my assessment, is that it was extensive, but I wouldn't put it at the highest level of severity. The challenge, based upon the completion of the tour, which I'm seeing, getting a better understanding of it, will be the restoration of electricity, because so many poles have been damaged, and that is going to require extensive teams of linemen to come in. I'm not certain what our capacity is in that regard. We will have to try and mobilize even overseas to do that, but we're going to put together all our efforts to ensure that we can return electricity in the quickest possible time. And it's very important that that be done, because that could be the greatest danger. All right, so we don't want to have a break in the public utilities, because that can foment public disorder. So we will be working very hard to have that repaired. I am yet to receive the assessment from ODPEM. I know they have completed it, but because of connectivity challenges where we are, I haven't had a chance to actually lay eyes on it. But when I get back into Kingston, I'll have a review. I'm not certain if Minister Mackenzie has already briefed the nation on it. He would have line responsibilities for that. But just to be clear, we are out of the disaster preparation phase, and we are now in the disaster response phase. And this is the first phase of the response, which is the assessment. We want to wrap up the assessment very quickly, and then that assessment will help us to curate a response. So we begin to see what are the needs, and there will be several needs. But with limited resources, you have to set priorities. And so the cabinet will determine what are the priorities.
And that's my problem. The limited resources, Prime Minister. The limited resources, how we end up with limited resources? Jamaica no short of nothing, Prime Minister. Ask Royal Reid. Ask Grace McLean if we're short of nothing. Ask the permanent secretaries across the ministries, Prime Minister. We're thieving at the billions and the trillions. Don't bother come with the shorter resources. If you now come left with pan with face. And not do nothing for we. Because government broke. Government no broke one on our thief. Spoil with this time. Fool we. Spoil we. Fool we. Make we go walk and talk so we never know government they good so. Make we go walk and talk so we never know say government care about people so spoil with this time. Fool we. Just like how one on our thief on a spoil on ourselves. Spoil with this time. We want spoil too. We want spoil. So when you come tell we Carlos about resources, limited resources, where there? One on our thief? Ask Royal Reid and Grace McLean if not limited round here. Ask your permanent secretary, Prime Minister, where dead people are walking and take blame for. Don't come round here. Come tell me about your charter so and your charter so. Spoil we. Spoil we. Make we go walk and talk, he say. We never know, say, leader they will care so much. Spoil we, man. We want spoil. Frighten with Prime Minister. Limited resources. Then if you limited, after kickbackers, take for them out of it. After MP, councillors and contractors share up, Prime Minister, while we, because you know, say big share up, I go on. And you know, say we are going to get the little drop apart, I hit, spoil with Prime Minister. Try it this time. Hmm? Spoil with. You have money for spoil with this time. So I left you one come left with pan we own in the next few weeks. When you want clear on a tree, turn up on a light post them, and then we left pan we own. Spoil with. Try it this time. Just like on a spoil Warren Reed. Just like on a spoil Grace McLean. Spoil with. Prince Charles. Prince Charles. Come out, come talk about the 600 million. Come out, come tell Andrew, say, you have 600 million, spoil them. Plus, you are going to get another 150 million US, spoil them. We want spoil. Why are Grace McLean and Royal Reid alone for spoil? Don't bother come. Don't bother come with the bureaucracy. But may I ask you something, Prime Minister? You use the word accountability. Accountability how and what? Have you ever heard the word bespoke, Prime Minister? Bespoke. Bespoke, Prime Minister. Bespoke. You primitive organizations. How no run on accounting in our department then? Spreadsheet? Black book like Rona Station? Or do you have a bespoke accounting software, Prime Minister, where we can properly follow the track and audit? Or is it that across government, when you still have the things it can spreadsheet and paper? Spreadsheet where you can alter, backdate, insert column, erase, delete column. Which is it, Prime Minister? So if upon paper we are doing it, who's to say we are going to have accountability when all of your friends them are going to root through cemetery now and make ID for dead people? You, the Prime Minister who wants a digital society, when you still have the accounting pan spreadsheet, where you can just delete off of the system. So spreadsheet, hardcover book and spreadsheet. Hardcover book and spreadsheet and receipt book, Prime Minister. You think that's any accountable accounting? That's an accounting that can be altered as you wish. It's an accounting that can be altered as you wish. Why not a bespoke software? Why the government don't have a bespoke software across government, Prime Minister? When you talk to your foreign friend them, we run them different government and institution, you don't hear them talk about their bespoke softwares for different bits and pieces of their organization. What are your bespoke softwares across government, Prime Minister, that we can have reliable audit from them, rather than when on thief the people their money, on order on accountants and secretary and all sort for alter make up paper and sign off on paper? You think that's accountability, Prime Minister? So what kind of accountability you think we are going to have account and spreadsheet and hardcover book. You think receipt and ID are people voting for each other will help? You can create 10 ID for one somebody in a 10 different division and district. We know no skill. We know dead people regularly vote in Jamaica. But Prime Minister, we are hoping that as a nation, all of us can work together to get Jamaica back on its foot without the politics and the optics in. The bureaucracy, Prime Minister, is not going to work. We don't need a lot of hold up and a lot of pretty play procurement going in what uno don't do on a normal level. Make case and hold your cabinet, Prime Minister, and come back, come let us know how much you are going to allocate to people like Floyd Green in order to do the cleanup and rebuilding work. Now that you have flown around the country and you have seen the devastation for yourself, don't play all be it. ADPEM has done their assessment. So we are hoping, Prime Minister, that you're going to meet your cabinet soon and you're going to come tell me how much resources you're going to put on the southern coastline of the country, which was battered and ravished by the storm. I hope una Auditor General and nobody don't have to get in a wrangle over how the money spent and how it is accounted for. But then again, Prime Minister, we're never accountable in COVID if you look at Dr. Christopher's record of just issuing and dashing out and slashing out here. If for 8 years, Prime Minister, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Education, and in your office has not submitted appropriation report, the people them were dead, eat up some of the paper them and gone with it. The people them were fly out, go foreign, carry some of the paper them gone with them. The people them retire, take home some of the paper them like Donald Trump. Do you think we should applaud you and clap our hands hearing about accountability when we see what is happening over government? What we want you to make case to, Cousin Jamie, how you do, is sit down with your cabinet and decide how much people like Floyd Green will be allocated. Because Floyd Green need money in the billions in the Prime Minister. Floyd Green, I don't know if him I tell you, but we tell you, and we know where we come from. And we know say all our community them, the one them where you know go, mash up, bad. So all the Floyd Green, now turn up for himself in this year. We turn up for him. Floyd Green is going to need money in the billions. Floyd Green have an entire constituency to rebuild. Floyd Green constituency is a major farming hub in Jamaica. Money need to pump back into that. We're going to have to go on a tree planting drive across the constituency, Prime Minister. Flight Green need money in the billions. So don't come out here, come tell me about limited resources, spoil we. Take up money just a chop and with, so I could go walk and talk so we never know the leader so good. I could go walk and talk so we never know the leader care so much. Don't come out and tell we now say money no scarce, money is scarce. Because when politicians are thief money don't scarce. When politicians are waste money, pan nonsense money don't scarce. Are we on hold on and take the tax fund? Are we in a foreign on get the remittance from? Because them people were in the hotel industry, their money don't turn to Jamaica. They get it and then push it back a foreign, go build up foreign. The Chinese, them in Jamaica, not able to tax them. So all of the money wanna have a play, hopscotch and dandy shandy with. And we wanna hold on and take it from we. Spoil we with it. Take it, take with money and spoil we. Just like how fill with money can spoil we. Spoil we. But another community member has been doing his part to assist the relief and rebuilding effort in our community. For those of you who may not know, when White Yard is from the same neck of the woods, so White Yard has put out a video, and we're going to give highlight to it tonight on Global TV because everybody from our community have to chip in and do them part. This is a community effort. This year, I know one somebody same thing because this set get damaged in this year storm here. At the first of the season, we have many more to come. We don't know what else can happen and to who. So everybody have to look after everybody at the moment, and everybody have to chip in. Another group in our community, I know they'll be doing their part as well. They're called the Party Enrichment Group. They do a lot of work in the community. I know they will be doing their part as well. And whoever of us in the diaspora from North America to Europe can play our role. We're calling on all Jamaicans on their influence. We're calling on all lovers of Jamaica. The people of Jamaica, particularly the people on the southern coastline of Jamaica, need the help of the world this evening.
Doing it. What I'm gonna need everybody to do is share this video all over the place, because the more entertainment, whatever needs to take place, I will be doing it. What I'm gonna I'm try to do that video like 10 times already, and I just couldn't. Every time I do it, I have to start back over. So you what I say, right? Jamaica need help right now. It does. It need a lot of help, right? The hurricane has passed through and affected a lot of parts of Jamaica, but St. Elizabeth in particular has been affected very, very bad, because it was one of the closest to the island, closest to the hurricane when it was passing by. All right, so we need the help, right? St. Elizabeth needs the help, and if we can do it, we are gonna make sure it happens. I am already talking to people trying to organize something. Big up Croydon Box Park. Croydon Box Park have sent me, said to me that I can use their space to keep an event, a fundraising event, and I want to get this done ASAP. All right, really, really quick. Now, what we're gonna need is entertainers, because to keep an event, we have to be able to entertain people. I am giving up my time and effort to it as a comedian, and as a Jamaican who come from St. Elizabeth, and this is the area where I'm from. me want to make sure I'm a part of it, making sure it happens. So I don't mind giving up my time to host the event, perform at the event, whatever needs to take place, I will be doing it. What I'm going to need everybody to do is share this video all over the place, because the more entertainers see it, the more chances we can get them. Now, people might say, Yardy, just message them. You're a white Yardy, then we know you just message them. It's not that easy, because some people won't be willing to help. Some people, you message them and then we'll be like, yeah, let me know when. When you go back to let them know when, they just don't reply to that message, or they won't even answer the message. And this is the reality of it. But Jamaica is one of those places that is loved so much, because everybody loves to go to Jamaica for holiday. Them love the culture, them love the food, them love the music, them love everything about it. But reality is natural disasters do pass through Jamaica on a regular basis, and they don't have much help to get back things together. I survived Gilbert. I was in Jamaica when Gilbert was there back in 1988. That's right. And I remember the damage that it caused after that. And I remember how bad it was to get things back together. Because it's not just about, oh, yeah, we can just fix up this. And no, it's after effect. Hurricanes pass through and wipe out people's livelihood. You understand what I mean? You see where me come from in Black River, St. Elizabeth, Paraty? That's a fishing area, right? When hurricanes pass through, they can damage the boat, damage people's house. How do they survive? They cannot survive. They have to restart all over again. No, it's not on anybody's, it's not down to anybody to, like to feel obligated to do anything. You don't have to. But remember, it's a kindness from your heart doing this. And when I'm asking artists and entertainers, I am not asking for me, because I am not benefiting from it. I am asking for the people them. There's a lot of entertainers and artists here in England, right, with Caribbean backgrounds, and them use it in them material, whether it's comedy, whether it's music, them use it for showcase them have that affiliation with Caribbean background, or you know what I mean? Now is your time to step up. Now, like I said, I will be messaging a lot of artists. I know I would like to think that majority would say yes, but I know what the situation is going to be. So my reasons for coming here and doing a video like this is because if we put it out and enough noise is being made, they have to say yes. You understand what I mean? So what I want to do is organize an event, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, not too long. I don't want to make it drag out and go into next year, next month. No, I want to hurry up and get this done, because the relief is needed now. People need it now. There's no power, there's no signal in St. Elizabeth. Some people don't have no power, no signal. There's no way of certain people contacting their family, because they have no power and signal there to contact them. They don't know if they're okay or not. There's houses with no roof. When I say no roof, no roof. And if rain is falling, everything inside of them houses is going to get damaged more and more and more again. So people, please, I have a venue. It is the Croydon Box Park, all right? Croydon Box Park. They have given me the venue and say
Yes, that is Mr. Harry Gregory, White Yardy. From all I will come from the same neck of the woods. But my people, Jamaica needs help. We know how we politicians them stay. Jamaica need help. We've been through Gilbert. We see how them use resources against we. We've been through June 86 flood, where Clarendon and St. Elizabeth was dangerously hit by the June 86 flood under that heavy rainfall. We know. So when it comes to rebuilding, politicians just walk well left with so, and you never heard about them, you can never get in touch with them. So this is why all of us community people getting involved and is doing our part. We cannot leave it to the government. If we leave it to the government, another hurricane a come back up all heap of people them without roof. This is the time, Prime Minister, to exercise good management and get it right. Make sure the people of Jamaica, the people of the southern coastline, who required expeditious funding and assistance. It is done in short order. We're in the height of the hurricane season, Prime Minister, where we can get whole heap of rain and wind even if we don't have hurricane. Even a tropical storm, even if we don't get hurricane. So you can't have this brutality being compounded by another strike. So it's all more. You hear what White Yard is, the Prime Minister? Harry said he wants to get his thing done within 2 weeks because it's a long thing, because we know people on the ground need immediate help, attention, relief, and support at the moment, Prime Minister. We are pleading for good management from the government at the moment. We are pleading for adequate amount of resources that would allow people like Floyd Green to clean and rebuild, to clear and rebuild his ravished constituency. Floyd Green woke not up yesterday, the Prime Minister. If you want to maintain Southwest St. Elizabeth, Prime Minister, because everything for you is politics, So let me get into your head now. If you want to maintain Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green must be given all the support required. Floyd Green, Prime Minister, cannot be allowed to fail. I wonder if I know you're the American them a plot against Floyd Green, Prime Minister, a future leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. For him constituency get one of the worst hit. I wonder if you're going to suffer, Mr. Green, of resources, Prime Minister. We have to ask everything, I wonder if you're going to suffer, Mr. Green, of resources. Because Mr. Green is a competition to you. Mr. Green cannot be allowed to fail, though, Prime Minister. You know that wherever Southwest St. Elizabeth goes is where the general election tend to go, Prime Minister. You know whoever takes Southwest St. Elizabeth tend to take the general election. Mr. Green cannot be allowed to fail. You have to do well by the country at this stage, Prime Minister. And you must do well by Southwest St. Elizabeth. You must do well by Southern Manchester in Alligator Pond and all of those ravished communities. You must do well by Westmoreland, Prime Minister, and all those ravished community in Westmoreland. You cannot afford to fail at this time, Prime Minister. This is your last chance of revival before the general election, Prime Minister. Last chance. And if you mess it up on the wholeness, last chance. Last chance for revival. Last chance to show the Jamaican people. But then again, out of the 900 conch shell, Prime Minister, because I'm tempted to think that you're talking about conch shell rather than shelters. Remember, the conch season ban at the moment, isn't it? So, the Prime Minister end up with 900 conch shell? Hmm? The Prime Minister end up with 900 conch shell? The people in Southwest St. Elizabeth, Prime Minister, the people in Parity that has no roof on their house tonight, where is the nearest shelter for Parity people, Prime Minister? Where is the shelter for Vineyard people? Where is the shelter for the people of Bluntus and Treasure Beach? Because what we were expecting is that a Prime Minister would have spoken to the nation, update the nation, reassure the nation. That me know leaders do in a time of disaster. You speak to the nation, you reassure the nation. But me not say nothing now go on. Me say when the Prime Minister talk to them people are foreign. When him a talk to them people them are foreign, him have a different demeanor from when him a talk to the Jamaica media people them. But then again, him and them a friend. He look down upon them. The people of Jamaica needs help. The people of southern Jamaica needs help. What is going on in Jamaica now requires good leadership. And we are hoping that the Prime Minister will see the need of good leadership. This Prime Minister spoke about accountability. I don't know what that means. The Prime Minister spoke about care package during COVID. I don't know what that means. Because Mr. Prime Minister, COVID was 2 years. And all of the money them what you get. At one time, Mr. people go line up and get $10,000 where they have to pay Western Union fee out. Some people don't know what you talk about. Me don't know what you talk about. And me nah go search through Jamaica blowing with grass them tonight if you know what you talk about. But I'm pleading to you, Prime Minister, to make sure that Jamaica people don't suffer because the government are going to come tell we say them short pan resources. What happened to Prince Charles' money? What happened to the catastrophe band money? What happened to where you and I go give? What happened to where all the other foreigner them are go give? Prime Minister and your friend them. Rather than when we in the diaspora contact you know, to get any help and relief in a Jamaica, you know, go come ask we say, what's my cut out of it? Cut out that cut there and ease up the finanglement. Make people in the diaspora can assist Jamaicans expeditiously. Rather than Prime Minister, if uno ministers and technocrats and bureaucrats now get them cut out of it, Jamaica people can get assistance. You know how much medical equipment? Do you know how much medical equipment could have been donated from diasporans to Jamaica? Do you know the amount of wasted things that the diasporans who work in the healthcare good things that could aid our dilapidated healthcare. But because say politician of either side, either cheek of the backside, isn't getting their cut out of it, the people have to sit down and suffer because politicians and them friend them now get them cut out of it. We're pleading, Prime Minister, don't make this year 1 year go so. Make we create history this time. Make we create history, Prime Minister. Make the whole of we go walk and talk, you say. We never know say Prime Minister so fear. We never know say Prime Minister so good. We never know say Prime Minister could and they we understand the plight of the people them so much. Prime Minister spoil we and give we something for talk about. You want good something, Prime Minister. See it here now. Fool we. Dash where the money pan we so. Just like how now dash where pan Beryl read. Dash where the money pan we so. Like how now dash it pan Chopper John. Dash where the money so. Like how now dash it pan Grace McLean. Spoil we. And see if we don't walk. Go tell it on the mountain. Over the hills and everywhere, so we never know say Prime Minister good so. We never know say government anywhere in the world could make we care about people so. All when they forget their 100-day promise, we never know they could good so. All when them a peep through we curtain, we never know they could good. So spoil we, man. Spoil we. Make we go walk and spread good news for you. A good news you want to know. You went around the country. You saw what is required. Mickey can come out, come tell we how much billion you're going to give Floyd Green. Or come out, come tell we that I'm setting up Floyd Green to fail. Southwest St. Elizabeth is a huge task at the moment, Prime Minister. You must get it right. You must get it right. You cannot fail. You cannot fail at this point, Prime Minister. It's your last chance of revival. It is your last chance of revival. You cannot seem to fail. Let's see how the red tapes will work this time. If red tape will allow the people of Jamaica to suffer while the money blow in a breeze, and then when Auditor General come ask no, can't tell Auditor General how the money spent, where spent pan, and where the money there. We're pleading for good management. We're pleading for good management, and we're pleading for adequate funding. Good management, adequate funding. We don't want no cronyism involving the contracts. We don't want no nepotism. We don't want no people placed there to get money. We want people who are placed there to rebuild Jamaica and get Jamaica moving again. The reason why we're saying this is because we see these same things repeat themselves in every disaster. that we have to deal with. So please, Prime Minister, let good sense prevail. Let the nation see that you care. Don't use this moment to play politics. An advice to you, Prime Minister, use this moment to regain the trust of the people, not to use politics, Prime Minister, not to play politics that is not going well in your favor at the moment. I am sure if you use this moment authentically, the people may be able to see humanity in you. But if you play the usual optics and politics, Prime Minister, you're going to lose the people. If the people on the ground, Prime Minister, cannot see the help coming, cannot see the resources coming that needs to rebuild them, the failure will be huge, Prime Minister. This is your last chance to redeem yourself before a general election. Conservative received a battering at the polls yesterday in England. This is your last chance, Prime Minister, to escape that battering that will be coming to the Jamaican Conservative Party should you continue on the trajectory you're going. Last chance, Prime Minister. Last chance to redeem yourself. Use this moment wisely. Use this moment wisely, Prime Minister. Use this moment humanly and not politically at the moment, Prime Minister. Last chance to redeem yourself. If you lose this moment by trying to play politics, Prime Minister, it will be an awful landslide against you at the next general election. This is the moment that you have, Prime Minister, to redeem yourself and to do right by the Jamaica people. As me say, spoil we, surprise we. Make we go walk and talk, you say, we never know say government do so. Make we go walk and talk, you say, we never know say government good so. Make we go walk and talk, you say, we never know say Prime Minister care about them people so. Spoil with Prime Minister. Just throw the money out of we so like one and I take up here and a stuff on a pocket, on a gut, on a crocus bag, on a shirt, and the keg pound a head. Spoil we. Why nothing we don't want spoiling? He will fail at his last chance. Man can't help himself. Carlos, I want to spoil it. Spoil with Prime Minister. It is your last chance to redeem yourself. So either here, Prime Minister, you're going to play politics or you're going to play humanity. It is your choice which direction from this crossroad that you're at, Prime Minister. It's up to you which direction you take, whether you go straight ahead over the cliff or you turn left, right, or a U-turn and get a grip of yourself. But just like how you can spoil Royal Reed and Grace McLean, spoil we. We want to walk and spread good news. We want to spread it upon the mountain and everywhere of the revival in Jamaica politics because Prime Minister get up overnight and a spoil we. You think we don't want to spoil? Look how much I want to up the spoil. Dustin was so spoiled until Dustin tell we say, hey, the dead people them put the appropriations report in them pocket and went off with it. The retired people them carry home appropriation report like Donald Trump. Go lock up in a garage. The people them will migrate. Look on the plane wing. If you not say we appropriation report, stick on pan it. Appropriation report, stick on pan it. The dead, the retired, and the migrated have to take the blame. Not those in government currently who have failed to do their job. Those who are out of jurisdiction are the failure, the retirees, the diaries, and the flyeries. At them have to blame. At them why there wasn't accountability for $700 billion. So we want to be spoiled. We want to walk and tell the world like Beryl Reed, me not look all right to you. Don't me look all right to you. We want to tell the world that. You think we don't want to do like Beryl Reed too? Tell the world how you're all right. Tell the world so we're not gone nowhere. Spoil us, Prime Minister. £600 million from Prince Charles. 150 million US catastrophe bond. A share of $4 million US from the United Nations. Spoil we, Prime Minister, spoil we. And we know we have more for count. European Union, your sodomized community of European Union and Canada. Me know them are going to tell you if you bend over and collect. Spoil we, Prime Minister, spoil we. The thing we don't want to spoil. But we will not allow St. Elizabeth to fail, Prime Minister. And if you allow Fly Green to fail, Prime Minister, we're giving the seat to the People's National Party. It is your choice. Do you want to maintain Southwest St. Elizabeth? Or do you want to give it up? It is your choice. That is what is on the table, Prime Minister. If our community fail, you fail too. Do right by Mr. Green. Mr. Green need money in the billions to repair and rebuild his constituency. It broke down from Pleasure Plain all the way to Black River, Brompton, all the way down. Mr. Green don't have a clean spot in a constituency will escape the brutality and the battering. Billions, Prime Minister. You know, just like how Dustin and them lot, let's say we give PNP, because 2 years it was for them. Let's say we give them 200 billion out of the 10-year loot. Let's say for 8 years of loot is 500 billion. That's where them big money they pound with too. That's where them big money they pan with. We want to spoil. Like how we last count of the whole heap of money where Beryl Reid gets since we catch him a thief. We last count of the whole heap of money where Grace McLean gets since we catch her a thief. Spoil with Prime Minister, spoil with. The PM run around fly around St. Elizabeth yesterday, and he go on some part of the south side, go do checks and so on. The Prime Minister never need to do them saying that anyway. Tanisha, how are you? The Prime Minister never need to do them saying that anyway, because that's the job of ADPEM to do them assessment there. What the Prime Minister need to do is hold emergency cabinet meeting, organizing and managing the relief effort across the country, making sure that MPs across the country, particularly man like Floyd Green, is well supported and resources to get his community moving and talking again. We really don't need the Prime Minister flying around and talking to people, shaking hands. It really does nothing to alleviate one bit of stress on the ground. The Prime Minister couldn't stay when there for all we see, for all we care. The Prime Minister have not yet spoken to the nation. So flying around the nation, we really don't care. What we need from the Prime Minister is information and reassurance of how we're going to tackle the cleanup and rescue and rebuilding effort. Too much of the picture taking and flying around. ADPEM job them there. And them are going to do the assessment. ADPEM assessment you are going to rely upon. This was about photo op Prime Minister. So what? Place never the party for your capital land. Place never the vineyard and catabo for your capital land. You only go up and Floyd Green south side up a south where Floyd come from and what they don't care about. Have you seen the state of parity? Hilltop, Passgrove, Seaside, Vineyard, Arlington, Catabo. Have you seen those areas? Miss, if you see those areas, Prime Minister. We're not going to allow Jamaica people to linger and sit down while government only sit down and tell a lot of lies. We, the people of our community, we're going to do everything that we can to assist our families and community members to get back shelter over their head and to get them life back on track. What we also want from our Prime Minister, JPS and the whole army, is to quickly get the nation talking again so we can be able to talk to a family them and with communities and give them with assistance. So far, them cut off from the world at the moment. We can't hear from them. Could the Black River Parish Council set up a charging station in Black River, get a generator and set up a charging station in Black River where people can at least come charge them phone for one few hours. It don't hard. All of them something they are called relief efforts. Because the rate of how lampposts drop down across the constituency, given we know the loggerhead and the red tapes of government, we're anticipating what we don't want, delays and holdbacks. We want you to restore power to our community, so we can get to talk to the people them, to see the type of assistance Prime Minister that we in a foreign need to start mobilize with self. Fidu at the moment, Prime Minister, Newell and Watchwell, them place I get battered, Tanisha, battered. Last thing me hear about Watchwell, me say Watchwell flattened. We need our people. We need to be able, Prime Minister, and JPS. We know the task is heavy, but we expect on to drawing all the necessary resources. Call help for America. Put on a hand pound on head and ball. Whoa, help. Murder. Uno come look ya. We need help. And get all the people in. We forget we country moving and talking again, Prime Minister. Southwest St. Elizabeth at the moment, it's not like it's a part of Jamaica. It is cut off. Cut off completely. Cut off. We can't hear from our family them. We don't even know how to start assisting them because we don't know what is going on. Whole heap with our foreign stress, Prime Minister. The money where you use fly around the country couldn't lift up how much you light posts and stabilize them, Prime Minister. And them something that we want right now. Sod the handshake, Prime Minister. Sod the platitude. It will not cover our roofs. Sod it. What we want is all the different technicalities and lifting equipment on the ground. So who know how to fix this here and fix that there? Fix it and stabilize it. So the country can get to start talking and moving again. And people, the tree them were dropped down in our community, don't make nobody come pick up. When them cut them up, make them stay there right in our community. You're going to have people where go around and get all of these free wood to go do them business. It will be beneficial to your community for some reasons. Start planting tree, my people. Start go bush, go look for the young tree them where grow. We don't know the different wild tree them or whatever in Jamaica we use to what we provide with good shade and good greenery and good vegetation. If there's anyone across Jamaica who can donate trees to Southwest St. Elizabeth, we need them. St. Elizabeth need everything at the moment. The Easy Jerk World, how you do, bro? St. Elizabeth need every little assistant it can get at the moment. If you have 3 to donate, we will take them because a whole heap of we 3 them blow down. So that me tell the Prime Minister, say, the spending were required in a St. Elizabeth for clean up and rebuilding, Prime Minister. It's required in the billions. If we can thief in a billions, Prime Minister, I don't see why Jamaica people cannot be looked after in the billions as well. We're pleading for good sense. We don't know about the accountability, but we're pleading for good sense. We're also reminding you, Prime Minister, this is the final exam before graduation. If you fail this exam, Prime Minister, you know you cannot graduate. It will look embarrassing to the entire school year. For Sisse, you can't come march in your academic ground because you have failed the exam. Prime Minister, this is your final chance to redeem yourself. Final chance, Prime Minister. We want you to work as diligent as all of us diasporans from St. Elizabeth to assist in the rebuilding of St. Elizabeth.
Doing it. What I'm gonna need everybody to do is share this video all over the place, because the more entertainment, whatever needs to take place, I will be doing it. What I'm gonna, I try to do that video like 10 times already, and I just couldn't. Every time I do it, I have to start back over. So hear what I say, right? Jamaica need help right now. It does. It need a lot of help, right? The hurricane has passed through and affected a lot of parts of Jamaica, but St. Elizabeth in particular has been affected very, very bad, because it was one of the closest to the island, closest to the hurricane when it was passing by. All right, so we need the help, right? St. Elizabeth needs the help, and if we can do it, we are gonna make sure it happens. I am already talking to people trying to organize something. Big up Croydon Box Park. Croydon Box Park have sent me, said to me that I can use their space to keep an event, a fundraising event, and I want to get this done ASAP. All right, really, really quick. Now, what we're gonna need is entertainers, because to keep an event, we have to be able to entertain people. I am giving up my time and effort to it as a comedian, and as a Jamaican who come from St. Elizabeth, and this is the area where I'm from. Me want to make sure I'm a part of it, making sure it happens. So I don't mind giving up my time to host the event, perform at the event, whatever needs to take place, I will be doing it. What I'm going to need everybody to do is share this video all over the place, because the more entertainers see it, the more chances we can get them. Now, people might say, Yardi, just message them. You're a white Yardi, then we know you just message them. It's not that easy, because some people won't be willing to help. Some people, you message them and then we'll be like, yeah, let me know when. When you go back to let them know when, they just don't reply to that message, or they won't even answer the message. And this is the reality of it. But Jamaica is one of those places that is loved so much, because everybody loves to go to Jamaica for holiday. Them love the culture, them love the food, them love the music, them love everything about it. But reality is natural disasters do pass through Jamaica on a regular basis, and they don't have much help to get back things together. I survived Gilbert. I was in Jamaica when Gilbert was there back in 1988. That's right. And I remember the damage that it caused after that. And I remember how bad it was to get things back together. Because it's not just about, oh, yeah, we can just fix up this. And no, it's after effect. Hurricanes pass through and wipe out people's livelihood. You understand what I mean? You see where me come from in Black River, St. Elizabeth, Parati? That's a fishing area, right? When hurricanes pass through, they can damage the boat, damage people's house. How do they survive? They cannot survive. They have to restart all over again. No, it's not on anybody's, it's not down to anybody to, like to feel obligated to do anything. You don't have to. But remember, it's the kindness from your heart doing this. And when I'm asking artists and entertainers, I am not asking for me because I am not benefiting from it. I am asking for the people them. There's a lot of entertainers and artists here in England, right, with Caribbean backgrounds, and you know them use it in a them material, whether it's comedy, whether it's music, them use it for showcase how them have that affiliation with Caribbean background, or you know what I mean. Now is your time to step up. Now, like I said, I will be messaging a lot of artists. I know I would like to think that majority would say yes, but I know what the situation is going to be. So my reasons for coming here and doing a video like this is because if we put it out and enough noise is being made, they have to say yes. You understand what I mean? So what I want to do is organize an event, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, not too long. I don't want to make it drag out and go into next year, next month. No, I want to hurry up and get this done because the relief is needed now. People need it now. People, there's no power, there's no signal in St. Elizabeth. Some people don't have no power, no signal. There's no way of certain people contacting their family because they have no power and signal there to contact them. They don't know if they're okay or not. There's people, houses with no roof. When I say no roof, no roof. And if rain is falling, everything inside of them houses is going to get damaged more and more and more again. So people, please, I have a venue. It is the Croydon Box Park, all right? Croydon Box Park. They have given me the venue and say
Yes, my people, St. Elizabeth, particularly Southwest St. Elizabeth, need every help it can get. Every help, a help. We have also pinned our GoFundMe in the top of the chat. Anyone who wants to assist our community rebuilding efforts after our community was ravished by Hurricane Beryl, please do feel free to assist us. If you have trees, if you are anywhere from across Jamaica and you have trees, particularly fruit trees, Debbie, I just sent the video to your phone. Fruit trees and any trees that you want to donate to the people of St. Elizabeth, to the people of Parity, please do. Everything blow down. Nothing now black, as our communities are saying. Nothing now black them view now. Everything blow down a dot. Hold on there. Hello? What go on? How to go with you now? Hold on a cat pass. You managed to check pan Wingy yet? And what she house in a be a house left with tap? Right, pity house tap gone, yeah? Which part pity there at the moment? Hello? Which part pity there at the moment? Yeah, tell pity if you go use the front room down at Faith, the front room over to the front room where you used to inner. tell Piddy figure use that the room they don't have faith because we can't get to no, cause assess who, but tell Piddy she can go use. All right, me we tap up a digital phone in a bit, but tell Piddy can use the front room down at 80. Yeah. Jamaica me just murder. Me just get a call from my brother. The greatest thing, Jamaica, everybody in a area, all right, physically, mentally they are not. You can't tell everybody shake up. Physically, they're all right. Mentally, they are not. Because we come out of the storm, given the devastation, we come out without any injury or any loss of life. So everybody in our communities, the various different communities, fine from that aspect. But my God, the property damage, the loss of livelihood, the amount of housing repair. We have a community what we call Beer House. Beer House is like a town to itself, one whole heap of house and shop them out there. My brother is just telling us that I must about 3 house and the church, because one church in a Beer House as well. I must about 3 house and the church roof still left standing, and Beer House have one whole heap of house. So the only good thing is that we come out without any death or injury, but we community mash up. Mash up, mash up, mash up. But it was good. It was good to hear from somebody back home. We need to, because this is number one. I call me from one number one I never used to use. And him did go down a one of his sister, so him find out say it work for him down there, so he pick up reception down there, so I so come and get the call. Well, at least another like a slight more update, but the theme coming out of the community is destruction and disaster. When you do manage to get to speak to people, the theme is destruction and disaster. But we are more than thankful that everybody come out protected. We don't have to come out wallowing in grief because what veteran? Because of injury or loss of life. So that's the best part of what came out of the storm. But everything else was disastrous compared to how our community used to hold up in disaster. This time, disaster played Dolly House with we and played rough too. Rough Dolly House. And a puppy playing them, yeah. Them a big dog playing. So we ask the government, make sure good sense and good management prevail. We know so now got thief. We don't have the capability to tap on a fan thief. But my God, one on our thief, member say, as somebody picking on our thief from. Member say, the money one our thief and people picking in can go a far way to alleviate the devastation and destruction left across Jamaica by this hurricane. We can't tap on the fan thief. We now go say we not go have conscience on now go thief because of what happened. We not always thief in a disaster. Look on the thief in a COVID. Look on just walk and call Max, Johnny, and John and say, look here man, hold this and go on around this and go do that. Agency driver 5, how you do? Hold this and go on around this so go do that. If Fly Green Prime Minister does not get money in the billions, he will fail. Fly Green will fail Prime Minister if he is not adequately funded to make sure him can rebuild back a mashed up constituency. A mashed up constituency. So we are pleading to you to make sure don't bother with the argument that resources are thin, resources are scarce. No. Just like how you can thief in the billions and the trillions, waste money pan we like that this time. A tree planting drive, Prime Minister, is required across the country. It's required across St. Elizabeth at the moment. Supporting and rebuilding our farmers and them farmland. Prime Minister, what if money St. Elizabeth needing almighty peace? Me don't know how they normally can just pull the money out of thin air so and just tell with the price. What do you want to tell us? So I hope this time you will be able to pull money out of thin air. Because we're going to need thin air money. We're going to need big figures. We're going to need a lot of help. We don't need extra delay, Prime Minister, because of funding or red tapes. So we are warning you about all them something there. Get Southwest St. Elizabeth moving and talking again. So far, it has been cut off from the rest of the world. Let me top up my brother's phone before I forget. So far, it has been cut off. Oh, my digital up there. From the rest of the world. We are pleading that St. Elizabeth will get the necessary support required to bring with parish, with constituency, and with community back on its feet. St. Elizabeth has never fallen like this, Prime Minister. Let me digital something more. St. Elizabeth has never fallen like this. What is wrong with this thing? And because we've never fallen like this, Prime Minister, what is going on now is very depressing and very nerve-wracking for a lot of our people. What would help with people then to ride through this Prime Minister is good leadership. Hold on there. Center up. Good management, empathy. Show the people that I care. I will be making sure everything is done in order. Make sure Karen have enough money here. In order for the people to start moving again. Hold on, the people may try to send this top up. That we asked for, Prime Minister. We're asking, we're pleading. If you try to remember me, go along in them, wait, let me see if this gone through. Hopefully once it's done, he will be able to give us more update now when he buck up on reception. Probably need to top up myself phone to thinking Lime. I think the Lime work better. Okay, that done. So hopefully he will be able to have one digital chip where I work when in a certain place. So now that it's tapped up, we will get more update from him. My sister have 2 rooms to give up, so we managed to allocate one just now. Because we never get to find out who would need those rooms more. So when we have more proper assessment, I see my call back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How clear is the roads now? Okay, so you have to go to Pass Grove or go Hilltop. You can't go down seaside bit. What's the water is like now? And so my shelter me found with you can turn off a Kathleen them a look on the house them up a window. Yeah, make we know who else may need the other room behind that room there. If boy cat house stop come after. Oh boy cut up a Herland. Okay. What happened to Fianti Fit them house? Mimi alright? Your reception I go. Chua. Oh Jesus. So what happened to over you now? How much I house save over there? I'll go for Carol and pay the house smash. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, tell Pity if you use the front room down at 80. Mm-hmm. Hilltop Church, how that me sit down a seaside block? How Hilltop Church? Okay, okay. Mm. As for me here, Parliament, me know said the house stop gone. Wow. Miss Emlyn. Over Miss Emlyn, what happened over there, so? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Firaja's gone too? Wow. Mm-hmm. Over Cynthia, them all right? Rosie and Kathleen, them? Wow. Mm-hmm. Windad? Yeah, we need assessment on Bay House, Cat Pass, and Windad. Me is the Pass Grove, me is the Pass Grove mash up bad too. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow. Mm-hmm. One house down a Crane Road near Igla's Rest. We have one big yellow sign. Wanna know if anything happened to it? If you get any update on that house, let me know. It's a house next to Igla's Rest with a big yellow sign. You know which house me attack? Yeah, give me an update, Penny, when I get the chance, yeah? All right then. All right, keep we up to date. Keep we up to date as much as I can. All right then, cool. Yes, my people. When still there with me. Maybe I get some update. Liebert, how you the long time? How Santa Cruz, Liebert? How is Santa Cruz? Hmm? How is Santa Cruz doing? How did Santa Cruz hold up? Boy, the damage in our community immense. A whole heap of house stop gone. Whole heap of house stop caving. What about Masquerade and Masquerade and Miss Telma? Agata too. Patsy Bar. All right. Numismatical. Murder. No, sir. Real sweet, you comment me a laugh after, no? We need 3 Jamaica. We need 3. Then say when a flatten, bust up and split up and all sort. We're asking for help. We need money. We need 3. We need zinc. We need cement. We need anything we can offer. Anything we can offer. The community need that rebuilding assistance at the moment. We're going to make sure government do what they need to do. But as a people, we're not leaving it to government alone. We have a duty to be our brothers' keepers. I'm not too sure. I cannot get any information from anyone. My neighbor say he is in good, but the trees them blow down. They say no tree no left a party, master. Then say no tree no left a party. Not that they block your view again. You can see from one side of the community to the other side because Beryl blow all of the blockage out of our way. So nothing, not that they block nobody view again. So we need everything when it comes to rebuilding. We need everything when it comes to rebuilding. All 3 we want. Any 3 wanna have. Mango, plum, orange, starapple. We don't wanna have guango, dogwood, kashamaka, lagwood. Anything wanna have caricum, we want 3. Everything blow down round, we look desolate at the moment. We are desolate at the moment and we want all help. That's the greatest thing, Jennifer. We went through this devastation and disaster without a loss of life. That means good favors shine upon Jamaica and shine upon our community and our constituency. Up to the point my brother said to me, boy, me never see anything like this before. We've been through Gilbert, we've been through Ivan, we've been through all anything. Cedar, pimento, everything we need because food place, we have mahogany, we have cotton tree, we have cedar tree, we have all sort, we have fruit tree of all different kind and caliber. Jamaica, we are big on who have a tree or any seed to offer, help Southwest St. Elizabeth, help St. Elizabeth to start growing green and look green again. Because Jamaica, when them are something, you know, when all of them are blow down and broke down, something you dry up, you know. When them are blow down and broke down, something dry up, you don't know how the community are going to look. So we are beg for help to start afresh. We want to grow. We want to grow again. We want to move again. We want to talk again. Cousin Karen says, Karen may soon call you, you know, because I'm just sitting there now. He have a digicel, and he said when he done off a Nama, that digicel, they pick up reception. So, Karen may soon give you a call. I'm going to try go Windad, you know, reach Windad and load yet. I'm going to try go Windad and load, go see how up there going, but in saying here say everything flattened down a bare house. I must say about few roof down a bare house same. Out of all of the house what we know in a bare house there. He say I must say about 3 of the roof and the church saved. Hilltop Church he say alright, but Seaside Church roof gone. Donovan, Boycott, Piddy, Carol, Jolene, all of them people the house stop gone. Over for Auntie Rose, they mash up as well. All heap, all heap, all heap. All heap. Too much. But wherever you are in the world, and if you are hearing us, and if you come across this live, or GoFundMe is pinned in the top of the link. Help to rebuild parity from Hurricane Beryl. You can help to rebuild in any way you can by donating to our GoFundMe, by donating trees of all kind and caliber to our parish and our communities. We really need to look green again. Because when everything dry up power, we are going to look desolate and grand-grandish. We're going to look like a grand society. You wouldn't want to have a mistaken fire in all of what's going on when them dry. We need to get our country green again, communicating again, and moving again. Those are the heavy tasks. Those are the heavy tasks at hand for the country at the moment, but particularly for St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Westmoreland, which was treated brutally by the hurricane, which its devastation walked straight over us, leaving us way down upon our face, a struggle to get up back. But as the courageous people we are going to get up, rebuild, and stand tall if government no look upon we are not, because we are an independent community. We build ourselves independently from the fishing and the farming community, independent of government and their assistant. So we do everything in our power to rebuild our communities again. But it no means say, because we're ambitious people, government will look upon we and turn a blind eye and say they don't need help. Too much foreigner. Too much people from the community that are foreign are for them job that no government are for no job. We are doing our part as humans and as community. We pay uno for do and we expect uno for do. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for being here over the week. I wish you all a peaceful weekend. For those of us across the diaspora who are suffering the torment at the moment of the inability to communicate with our relatives given the circumstances at the moment, I hope that will be alleviated sooner rather than later, and that we can start assisting our family in the way we should, can, and ought to. Thank you all very much. I hope that you all have an enjoyable, restful, and peaceful weekend. I don't think you're going to see me until probably Monday morning. But given the situation across Jamaica, we're keeping our eye on everything. And if needs be that we have to broadcast over the weekend, we will certainly do that. But to all of my globalists, to all of my people in Jamaica, to all of my people in St. Elizabeth, Parity, Black River, and all sorts. Just know that we care and we are thinking of you. And we stand ready to support you all in whatever way we can, as soon as it is practicable possible. And we all can start communicate again. Thank you all very much, and good night from Global Television.